This training video illustrates the process of setting the grade or elevation for the top of the crushed rock base, which is also the bottom of the manhole or box that you are setting. So your objective is to figure out what your rod reading or shot must be when your rock is at the right grade. The sewer must already have been staked out with reference stakes or hubs at each manhole or box. It is good practice, if the staking has been done correctly, to have at least one additional reference hub at each manhole location, so that they can be used as a check to make sure nothing has been disturbed. This process can go much more smoothly if you can prepare by doing some of these things ahead of time. You begin by setting up your level and taking a rod reading or shot on one of the stakes or hubs near the manhole location. Surveyors refer to these as reference benchmarks. Often there is a lath next to the hub with its surveyed elevation or grade written on it. Add this shot to the elevation of the hub to get your height of instrument, or HI. You can see here that the level's horizontal line of sight has been determined from this procedure. Here are the kinds of notes and calculations you must do. Have the elevation of the hub on your sheet or book. Write down your shot on the hub, then add the two together to get the HI. It is good practice to check this process by repeating it with another hub along the sewer line whose elevation is known. There might be a hub at this manhole, as you see in the video, set at a different offset distance from the sewer center line. Take a shot on this other hub, called Hub 2, and add it to the elevation of that hub to also check the elevation or grade of the level's HI. Note that you must keep the level in the same place for the entire operation. You have two calculated HIs, and in a perfect world, they will match exactly. But because this is the real world, the two HIs are likely to not match exactly. But if they are more than 0.06 feet different, or 6/100ths of a foot, you will need to trace the problem and fix it before you can continue. There can be various reasons for this difference, assuming your surveying is correct and your level is working properly. More than likely, one or both of the hubs has been disturbed, so neither can be considered reliable. When you encounter this condition, it may be necessary to restart the basic surveying process for setting out the hubs. But if the two check within the margin, you can now average them, since you don't know which one is correct. The averaged HI is what you will now be using for all the following calculations for that setup of the level. You are now ready to check the elevation or grade of the crushed rock to see if it is correct for setting the manhole or box. But first you need to do some calculations, and you may need to measure up the manhole components. In this illustration, we show that the lid and the base are first measured up and then added together to get the total height. Next, you can calculate the rod reading you must get if the manhole or box is properly set. You can do this by subtracting the manhole rim elevation from your current HI. We'll call this the top shot for convenience, and we have a little illustration to show you this. Since your manhole or box is not in position, the top of the rock base where you will set it must be at a rod reading calculated by adding the top shot and combined lid box height and base height as shown here. This is what you want your rock shot to be when your rock is at the correct grade. So, when you take your shot, if it matches your calculated rock shot, then your rock is at the correct grade. If the shot is larger than your calculated rock shot, then your rock is too low. If the shot is smaller than your calculated rock shot, then your rock is too high. Adjust the rock as needed and keep taking your check shots until they match your calculated rock grade shot. Then, your objective is completed.